In this video, I'm going to go over everything you need to know to get started in Black Desert Online's 3v3 arena. We'll be covering everything from the basics to key features and important strategies. Throughout the video, keep a lookout for tips I'll be displaying for additional context as well as useful information in general. And with that, let's get started. Arena of Solare. In this game mode, 2 teams of 3 are put up against each other, and the first team to eliminate the other team wins the round. The first team to win 3 rounds wins the match. Not only do you get rewards for playing, but winning grants you elo points, which will determine even more rewards at the end of the season. To join the match, find Arena of Solare in your menu or click the wee little Solare icon at the top of your screen in the function button area. Then you'll pick between ranked, practice, or custom match. But before you can queue up, you'll have to select your gear. The only real decision here is the armor type. Blue for damage reduction or DR, and purple for evasion. Whichever type you wear in open world, you're probably going to want to wear in here. Both your armor and weapons have crystal slots. There's a lot of different crystals to pick from, so I'm going to make it easier for you and give you 2 options. The first option is to copy this crystal build. This one's nice and balanced and should work on any class, unless you're a shy. The second option is to view the Arena of Solare rankings. Select your class, then copy the build and add-ons from the high-ranked players on your class. Some of these players are going to run a build that's very specific to their playstyle, so I suggest looking at a few different players and going with the more common setup. Once your gear is selected, you can find a match. I would start with practice until you feel comfortable enough to enter ranked, but don't overthink it. You're going to learn a lot more, a lot faster in ranked. Once you join a match, it's going to ask you if you want to join Arena of Solare voice chat. I highly suggest you join. You don't even have to use the microphone. You can keep it turned off and just listen in case somebody on your team wants to call stuff out for you, such as when one of your allies or enemies V, also known as using the emergency escape. Your V will reset every round. Once your V is down, if you get CC'd, odds are you're going to die. So remember, when your V is on a cooldown, play extra safe. Did either of them V yet?
Yeah, the DKP.
Okay. Thanks to my teammates' awareness and voice chat, I now have an easier win condition. I'll elaborate further on that shortly. DK grip.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. While we're here, I want to point out that the teammate who answered me was dead. Instead of dying and picking up his phone, he stayed locked in and helped his team however he could. That type of effort is how you climb in the Arena of Solare. Before we move on, I want to go over one more form of communication because, again, communication is key. Not everyone wants to use a microphone, and typing to your team mid-match is unreliable. For those who don't know, you can also ping for your party by holding shift when pressing the ping button, which is the tilde key. It'll put a bright red beam wherever you aim, which is best used for signaling where either you or an enemy were CC'd. Now we're going to go over what I like to call the win condition. At the start of each round, both teams are at equal strength, so the main goal is to kill any enemy. But as the match progresses, that narrows down into easier goals. Lag on the ground?
Warrior.
We forced the warrior to use his V, so now the win condition is even easier. Get a catch on the warrior and kill him. Liger?
Oh, I'm getting grabbed.
Oh, I missed my grip. Wait, on the ground. Woo!
Ooh.
Okay. Good job, team. Now that we covered the basics, I want to dive into strategy. One of the easiest ways to win a match is to work with your team on focusing one target. I mean, I'm just going to say, I feel like we should just run warrior, run at the warrior.
I don't know.
Your team may not always agree.
Goldstein, look at me.
Alright, just be cool, go with the flow. One reason why I love the strategy is because it gives you an easier win condition sooner into the round. With your whole team pressuring one player, he's more likely to burn his cooldowns as well as make mistakes while running for his life. Where's on the ground? No V? Also, since your team is together chasing one target, it's easier to peel each other if caught.
I gotta grab the Armin.
Oh my God.
Still V.
These.
Nice.
Good job.
I'm never gonna question what he's saying. The warrior.
Now, what do you do if you find yourself on the other side of that strategy or just struggling with survival in general? Using the environment and elevation has saved me countless times, so here I'll show you my favorite locations to rely on when in these situations. Starting with the rocky cliff on Kermellen Wilds map. Most players will hesitate to jump down a cliff to chase an enemy, and those few seconds of space you create can be extremely valuable.
Okay, let's go for health on top of the cliff.
Also, on this map, health orbs conveniently spawn on top of the cliff. In Olin's Valley, you can utilize the staircase. See how the Zerker uses it perfectly? Learn how to do this by finding a cliff and testing which abilities work when going off ledges. You do not want to use the ones that cause falling animations. When losing to enemies in open areas, taking the fight to these awkward locations may throw the enemy out of their comfort zone and give you the edge you need to turn the fight around. Sage V.
Sage is
dead.
I don't know, bro.
Killed
Least
Sage
unkillable.
standing.
Other maps like Ruins of Tazol have many obstacles you can jump over. However, only certain classes can do this. On a class that can't, focus on breaking line of sight by running around corners. In Goto Village, you'll want to kite around the rocky tree formation in the middle. When in Gowun Plateau, work your way to the huts. You can easily break LOS here, plus some classes can easily jump on top of the huts. At Gyphon Temple, there is plenty of space to outrun enemies, but when you can't, you should try to retreat up this platform, which not only restricts enemies to one entry point, but there are plenty of cliffs to position yourself near, and if caught, most combos involve forward movement, so enemies will accidentally throw themselves off the ledges, giving you time to recover. Sorry if I'm going too slow. Who to attack, what to keep track of, when to ping, where to kite, how to win, and now I'm going to explain why you win or lose. Matches aren't won by proper plays, but instead determined by mistakes. You should not only try to recognize others' mistakes, but also acknowledge your own. I should not have gone for a grab here. He shouldn't have tried to grab me here. I shouldn't have tried to commit on this. He should have used his V here. We should probably all play Sage. Nobody can keep track of everything, which is why the most common mistake people make is that they overcommit to a CC as they tend to zone in on the kill. Learn how to capitalize on these scenarios, as not only will it get you wins, but you'll be saving your teammates and feeling like a hero. To avoid this happening to you, remember you only need to land a couple of skills on a downed enemy, as your team should be adding enough damage to potentially kill. Remember to try and attack from behind. Even the best players struggle to keep track of their minimaps. Enemies will be thinking the same way, so minimap awareness is very beneficial in the arena of Solare. This is one of my favorite ways to bait enemies into traps. And remember, anything can happen. Remember to check the description for more info and comment if you have any questions. Enjoy the rest of the video. Thanks for watching, and good luck in the arena of Solare.
If you don't have V, don't greed.
Yeah.
I'm on the ground.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
I framed it. What about?
Oh no!
That's why I said. That's why I said. Just like if you don't have V, just
Don't-
get out. Yeah. Goldstein,
Yeah.
did you try to go for a grab?
Yeah,
You
bro. It's
rat
3v1, bro.
Why?
Man up,
Why?
man up.
Why?
No, stick together and we win, yeah?
Yeah.
No stupid stuff, guys.
I got grab, but I have V. I'm
Nice grab,
baiting,
nice grab,
baiting.
nice grab.
Nice. Okay, I have V just in case.
Listen, we
I'm
just
gonna be right
damage
here, I'm gonna be
trade
right here.
Alon. We
Right
just
here.
damage trade the lawn.
Going for
He's C buff
CCs.
right now, by the way. You're such a rat bastard. You're such a rat bastard.
Big grab coming. I missed it. Long gripped. Good job, everybody.
GG's.
GG's, guys.
Goldstein, look at me. Look at me.
Make it exciting, dude.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
All right. It's all right. Get it out.
Do
Do what you gotta do.
You. You're
Livelihood
such a
to you,
rat
man.
bastard.
Come on. Do you feel good right now? It was a good
I hate
win.
all these
Fun
bastards.
win.
You guys are all inters.
That's what AOS is
It
about.
was so dog
Oh,
shit.
carried by
I hate it,
Armin,
bro.
MVP.
I absolutely hate it. You guys are such rat
Get
bastards.
your
every single
damage
one of you,
taken
bro.
up.